Those were the two finalists last year.
All right, Donnie Gallagher, Mark Hawk, race director Mark Hawks, telling the field one more trip around this racetrack. And it's Eiler on the top shelf with the advantage off two. Spithaler battling back on the inside. They'll be side by side into 3 and 4. Madison third, fourth is Priester. Here they come across the stripe. It's Eiler, Spithaler, Mattis, Priester, Holman, Dasani, Manel, Schaefer, Felmley, and the Apollo Rocket, Ed Lynch Jr. Eiler puts some real estate between he and the 56 of Ralph Spithaler. As he'll come off turn 2, Madison the inside of Spithaler. Spithaler slides up. Brett Mattis. Oh, we got a problem. Charlie Holman up in turn number 3 and 4. Gets crossed up. It's going to bring out the caution. Not sure if he had a little help from Mr. Priester. Pisani and Lynch coming off turn number 4. The green flag's out. 3 down, 22 to go. Eiler's going to stay on the top shelf with the advantage. Matt is still second. Here's the Apollo Rocket, Ed Lynch Jr. on a charge. As he's going to take a peek to the inside of Pisani. Pisani's going to shut the door. Just ahead, Felmley and Schaefer battling side by side just behind the 3B of Scott Bennell. Meanwhile, at the stripe, it's Eiler, Mattis, Priester, Spithaler, Bennell, Schaefer, Felmley, Lynch, and Pisani. Schaefer and Felmley now get past Scott Bennell as Sheila Rankin heads off turn 3 to the pits. Problems up in turn number 4, all by her lonesome. The beer garden running hog wild. Adam Hughes, 6 down, 19 to go. And it's Schaefer to the inside. And Schaefer up to 4th. Here comes Felmley. Oh, and Bennell. So close heading into 3 and 4. But Felmley got past Bennell and Spithaler on that move. My goodness, that was too close for comfort. That could be the Valvoline slick move of the race. Bob Felmley getting past Bennell and Spithaler. Now he's got his sights set on Kevin Schaefer. Out front is still the 5 of Rob Eiler. Priester got by Mattis. Mattis running third. Here comes Felmley to the inside of Schaefer. Schaefer holds him off this time. As Schaefer's going to take a peek to the inside of Mattis off turn number 2. Your leader in about a lap is going to be dealing with some lap traffic as he pulls up on the rear end of Lindsay Esco. With 10 down, 15 to go. It's Eiler, Priester, Mattis, Schaefer, Felmley, Lynch, Bennell, and Spithaler. Lindsay going to the inside of the racetrack, letting the leaders come by on the top shelf. Schaefer trying to work on Mattis. Mattis says no this time around. Felmley now backs off. Felmley was all over Schaefer not long ago. And he's pulled back just a little bit. Schaefer this time now down the back straight. Gets past Mattis for third. It's Eiler, Priester, Schaefer, Mattis, Felmley, the Apollo Rocket, Bennell, Priester, and Spithaler. Excuse me, Shetler and Spithaler. Battle right now for 5th, the Apollo Rocket, and the 6F of Bob Felmley. That's for 5th place going into turns 1 and 2 right now. Out front, Priester's closing in ever so slightly on Eiler. Schaefer still running comfortably alone in 3rd. Here comes the Apollo Rocket for 5th as he gets by Felmley. Down the back straight into 3 and 4, Scott Priester side by side with Eiler. Eiler on the top shelf, he's going to say no this time. Priester's running a close 2nd. Schaefer still 3rd, Mattis 4th, 5th is Lynch, 6th is Felmley. Priester not doing so well this time off turn 2 as he'll follow Eiler into turns number 3 and 4. 16 down, 9 to go. Eiler, Priester, Schaefer, Mattis, Lynch, and Felmley. Rob Eiler almost went over the top of the turn number 2 all by himself as he's going around a 4K of Bill Kiley. But he manages to hang on to the number 1 spot. Lynch ever so slowly closing in on the 33 of Brent Mattis. Schaefer now to the inside of Priester for the number 2 spot. Schaefer up to second as Priester let him get by. Schaefer now to the inside. He's going to start working on Eiler down the back straight. Here they come. It's turning into a dragway. Schaefer on the inside. Eiler on the top shelf. Schaefer slides up. Eiler pulls away. Here comes Priester. Schaefer's going to try it again. Schaefer again to the inside. Eiler. He's going to take him this time into 3 and 4. With 5 to go. Schaefer's your new leader. Eiler second. Priester is third. Fourth is Mattis. Fifth is Lynch. Sixth is Felmley. Schaefer working his way through lap traffic as he'll go around the outside. He's got Pisani, Ruth in front of him as they'll get out of his way with 4 laps to go. Schaefer with 3 to go. Eiler is second. Priester is third. Fourth is Mattis. Fifth is Lynch. Sixth is Bob Felmley. Seventh is Scott Bennell. Eighth is Danny Shetler. Ninth, I believe, would be the 16 of Gary Rankin. Schaefer putting some real estate between he and the 5A of Rob Eiler. 2 to go for Kevin Schaefer. Last year's defending track champion here. He's getting even further away from Eiler with 1 more lap to go. Schaefer off turn 2, needs to wheel it down the back straight, get through 3 and 4 to pick up the checkered flag. As it looks like Eiler is just not going to be able to catch him as Schaefer comes off 4 for the checkers. Kevin Schaefer. Eiler's going to be second. Third is Priester. Fourth is Mattis. Fifth is Lynch. Sixth, Bob Felmley Jr. Seventh is Scott Bennell. Eighth is Danny Shetler. Ninth and 10th side by side, Holben and Rankin. Last year's track champion in your commercial truck and trailer sprint cars.
Dan, the infield man, gets his delivery made. Kevin Schaefer, a happy crew as they congregate here at Sheets Victory Lane in the commercial truck and trailer sprint cars on number 1 Cochrane night. Here he comes around the front of the car. How about a nice hand, folks, for Kevin Schaefer, your winner on number 1 Cochrane hat. How about it? Boy, you know, you started out the year, you were going like gangbusters and you didn't have any luck, and then it just sort of went all the other way, and now here you're back.
Yeah, I mean, first thing I got to do is thank Tim Elwell, Fred Raymer's crew chief. Called him this week. I said, hey, look, I'm lost. I need some sort of help. And he said, just go back to your basic setup, start over, and don't change anything and see what happens. So I guess when you go back to basics, it makes it a little better.
Chuck Noll used to say that about the Steelers when they lose. We're going to go back to basics. So it works in all sports, I guess. But it's fun to win, but it's got to really be fun to win when you start 10th. And there really was only the 1 caution early in the race.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice starting on the front row last week and going backwards. And they said we start 10th tonight. And I said, that's great. And they all looked at me and said, why? I said, well, if we go backwards tonight, nobody will even notice.
Well, you did. You went for the front, and it looked like as the race went on, you got better.
Yeah, I mean, I got to thank all my sponsors. PJ Greco and Sons of Katanning came on this year. They were a big help. King Lane, Schaefer's Tire, Highland Tire, Walker Pontiac, Dr. Dan Noso Family Dentistry, Roll Valley Construction, Lauren Hall, R&J Roll-Off. There's a whole bunch. Golden Scissors, Tim Trudgeon Contracting, America Race Tires, Kreiner Engines. I mean, I'm sure I'm missing a bunch, but hopefully we'll get down here some other time this year.
Well, you get a free haircut from Fantastic Sam's, and you get the big trophy from #1 Cochran. It's always nice to win on Cochran night.
Yeah, I'd like to thank #1 Cochran. That was a nice fireworks display tonight.
All right, have a nice hand, folks. Kevin Schaefer, your winner in the commercial truck and trailer sprint cars.